All right, I see a few of you already waving your arms, so we better just start, huh? Let's think about, well, this is the week of freedom, right? Independence. So let's breathe in and think about what freedom means in your body as you breathe in. And then exhale, letting go. That's automatically, right? Instinctively, a letting go is freedom to be able to let go whatever is not serving you. So breathe in and think about, what does freedom mean to you and how does it feel in your body? For some of us, it means being able to do what we want to do with this body, right? Or perhaps it means that after our practice, the body feels a little bit more free and open, and the breath is a little bit fuller, and the hips are a little bit more open. Let's take our arms down by our side, turn the palms up forward towards the screen. Feel your fingers open. And then inhale, lift them out to the side. Good. On your exhale, bring your palms towards each other. On your inhale, press the fingertips in towards each other. Good. Open it up. Close it. Always matching breath. Doesn't matter whether you do an inhale or an exhale here. Fingers pressing in. Open. Lengthen long. Palms are down. Turn the palms upright. Bring the palms in towards each other. Now, as we do this, notice how it feels in your shoulders with each of these movements. Inhale, swim the arms out to the side. You feel the shoulder blades come in towards each other. If we take them back a little bit, that feels notice, where is too much? Where is just right? Now bring them a little bit forward and feel the shoulder blades come off your back. Inhale, take them out to the side. Exhale, close your palms. Good, let's twist towards the right. So gently pressing the palms in towards each other, twist to your right, neck turns last. It's not going to be such a deep twist with the arms like this, elbows out to the side. You can drop them slightly, so there's no stress. Then press your fingertips in towards each other, holding that sphere of energy. Maybe it's a firework. Not one that would hurt you, just really pretty in your hands. Inhale, come to center, press the palms in. Exhale, twisting towards your left. Breathe in and push down through your feet. Feel the energy travel up through your crown. Exhale, press your fingertips in towards each other. Notice how it feels when you press your fingertips into each other and the elbows move a little bit more outward. Ridges of fingers in, come back to center. Awesome. Lowering the arms down by your side. Take your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then inhale, head rises. Exhale, left ear towards left shoulder. Want to get a little bit more freedom in this area if it feels tight. Inhale, head rises up. Gaze towards your right. Inhale, open up your right arm. Inhale, open up your left arm. Good. You're going to take your left hand now and bring it towards your right. Reaching towards it, it's not going to all the way touch. It may not all the way touch. I'm guessing it won't. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, close it on in. Imagine you're holding energy in your hands and it stretches and it widens and it expands like a firework. And then exhale, we pull it on in. Good. Inhale, open it up. Dropping the left arm down. Inhaling, take your arm in the cactus. Lifting, but not quite straightening the elbow upwards. Exhale, bend it down. Feel the shoulder blade as it moves along your rib cage. Inhale, it lifts. Exhale, it lowers. Go nice and slow. Track that shoulder blade on your back. So you're feeling it. Inhale, it lifts, and you can feel it lifting up. Exhale, lower it. Let's find the side bend. So we're going to take a side bend towards the left. The arm may or may not straighten. Few choices with your hands. You can have it on the side of the chair. You can have it on your lap. Either way, you want to press down through your feet and lift up tall through your spine, like you're lifting your ribs up, out, so that you're making a big, long waist. Or you might take your left hand to your rib cage. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gaze down towards the earth. Gaze up towards the fireworks. Inhale, open up the arm. Take it back behind you. And then circle it forward. And perhaps use your left hand to hug it on in. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, allow it to float downward. Let's do a few cat-cows in between sides. Round your spine, take your chin to your chest. This time we feel our shoulder blades, they're moving away from the spine. In fact, you can even widen it more as you round your shoulders more. This is okay because we are purposefully, intentionally doing it. And then inhale, open it up. Push your palms down into your thighs, lift your heart. Exhale, we round, chin to chest. Inhale, we lift up, shoulders up and back, stretching the belly, gazing upwards towards the sky without dropping the neck. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Let's take our arms out wide. Spread your fingers. Spread your fingers. Now curl them in. We're going to make a yoga fist. Thumb on the inside of the palms. Wrap your fingers around. Circle the wrists. And you can slowly lower the knuckles downwards. You got it. And you can reverse it. And then lifting the arms back up. This time, right hand's going to circle forward and towards the left palm. Inhale, open it up. And while you're doing this, you can gaze at your palm and open and pull it on in. One more time, watch your arm and your hand. Pull it on in. Open it up. Good. Turn your palms upright, thumbs back behind you. And then turn the palms down. Press the palms away from you. And then, like you're going to turn a doorknob, turn the doorknob with your hands. So they're going to go, the fingers are going to move back and down. And then fingers move up and towards the front and down. Feel how that is on the top of your shoulders. Everything is impacted here. Circle it back and circle it forward. Shake it out. Let's find our cactus here. So we're going to keep the elbow slightly bent, and then it's lower than the shoulder. And we're going to slowly lift it and exhale and lower. As you do this, notice how the muscles may somewhat disengage as we lift. As you pull it down. Notice how you can engage your muscles on your back body. Also notice if the neck tensions up, like the sides of the neck kind of get tense when you do that. Take a break if that happens and breathe into your neck and imagine the softening on the side of the neck. Let's take a side bend here. So bending the elbow at first. Now you can have your hand on the side of the chair, on your lap, or at your rib cage as you do this side bend. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, lengthening through the elbow and the wrist, perhaps. Let's open it out wide, gaze back behind us. Feel the shoulder blade as it moves in towards our back, and circle the arm forward and across your body. Invite the arm inward and use your right hand for a little bit of support. Breath is in. Breath is out. Inhale, open up both arms and bring them into cactus. Yes. Now I want you to feel the sides of your neck. Take a breath in and imagine you're softening the muscles on the sides of your neck. And then exhale out. So inhale, you feel like an inward expansive quality. And exhale, you soften. Good. Tilt towards your right. Come back to center and tilt towards your left. You got it. Inhale, take your arms forward, interlace the fingers, press the palms away. Press the wrists away. Release that down. Inhale, heels rise. Time to attune to our feet. Push down through the balls of the feet. All the way across. All the way across. You can come towards the edge of the seat if that's best for you. Good. Now, a little something different. Lift your right toes. So like you're pointing the foot. Then you may lift the foot up, flex the foot, point the toes downward, press the toes down. So the ball of the foot is pressing down, lower the heel. Notice how the right side feels in comparison to the left. Left heel and ankle rise. Good. And you might even just kind of go side to side here and feel the weight as it switches and alternates, then bring it to center. You're going to pull your belly in and up, lift upwards, maybe just my big toe is really bigger than the other one, so just my big toe is touching, but yours might be more even. Feel the tips of them touching. Inhale, do a flex. Exhale, do a point. Push the toes down, release the heels. If it's not perfect, don't worry about it. We're just isolating a little bit here. Inhale, heels rise. Maybe you hold on to the sides of the chair. Try to lift. Ooh, that's not easy. Never easy, right? Exhale. When we do that, it's just not easy. Lower it down. Holding the side of the chair, lengthen your right leg forward. Push the heel down. Pull the toes towards you. Point the toes away. Oop, just felt a little snap, crackle, pop there. Flex, lift the leg. Anywhere from just a few inches off the earth, a millimeter, up to hip height. Holding the sides of the chair, maybe not. They could be down by your side, or you could take the left arm out to the side for spinal balance. Breathe in. Breathe out, lowering the heel down. Take your right hand across your left thigh, find your twist towards the left. Breath is in and breath is out. Breath is in and breath is out. Let's circle now. Oh, I don't want to knock over everything here. Let's circle the right leg out to the side. Drag your heel on the earth like you're making not quite a half circle. It's more like a quarter circle. And then drag it back forward. I'm on the edge of my seat, holding on to the sides. Take it outwards, like you're drawing a half circle. Bring it back in, and then take it on out. Good. Then you might adjust yourself so just the left hip is on the chair. That might feel a little better for you. Let's inhale and take our fingertips behind the head. Good. Pull the elbows forward. Press them apart. Now we're not pushing the head forward. The head is gently pressing into the fingertips. I always want to remind that because we get enough forward head stuff in life. Press the head gently back. Elbows forward, elbows back. Good. Leave your right arm up and let the fingertips come just to the trap side, to the back of your shoulders, and then use your left hand and press the elbow in towards you. You're going to feel the shoulder blade come on the back. Now push the elbow into your palm and it moves away. Press it on in. Good. Open it up. Fingertips behind the head. Once again, let's tilt the right elbow down, left arm is up. Good. You might gaze down towards the earth and then up to the corner in your room where the ceiling and the wall meet. You might even see your upper elbow. Press down through your feet, rise up. Open your arms wide. Yes. Bring them forward. Clap. You got it. Open it up. Clap it. Open it up. And clap it. Like you're clapping for the fireworks. Good. Now interlace pinky ring, middle, and let the pointer fingers come forward. Cross your thumbs. Make a quarter circle towards your right. Inhale to center towards your left. You're not going to go all the way, right? And then draw a circle upwards. You can bend your elbows. This is going to be according to your range of motion. Lifting the arms, circling around, forward, upwards as you make, it's kind of like an oval. It's not quite a circle here. Then lift it on up. Elbows can be bent, right? So you're going to go to your range of motion, not mine, not anybody else's. Take your side bend now towards your right. Release the palms, if you will, because that's going to engage the core. Pull your bellies in and up. Good. Feel your feet pressing down. Left footprint down, right heel down. Pull the right heel towards you. Nobody can see it, only you can feel it. This is engaging your hamstring. Lift your arms, exhale, lower them down. That was a long time. Circle the shoulders around and about. Let's play a little bit here with this pulling in of the heel. And you might even take your hand underneath the hamstring, which is down there, and feel them as you pull your heel in towards you isometrically. They get a little harder. Then release that. You pull the heel towards you and you press it down. One more time. Pull the heel towards you, press it down. Good. Release. Let's bring the foot on in and back to center. Notice how your body is feeling now. Good. We're going to hold on to the side of the chair. Repeat that whole side. I hope you guys can remember it. I'm not sure I totally do, but we'll get it. Lengthen left heel forward. Press down through the heel and pull the toes towards you. Lift up and out of your waist. Now you can hold the side. It's a way for balance and it gives you a little bit of leverage, but try to lift up. Imagine that there is a string and it's up through your spine, through the back of your head, rising upward. Lifting the heel just a little bit perhaps, or about hip height. Same height as about the knee. You don't need to go any higher. Exhale, lower it down. Point your toes away from you. Flex them towards you. Point them away. Flex them towards you. Lifting the leg once again. Lift tall, feel your shoulder blades on your back. You might take your hands off the chair and just notice how that is to not hold on. And maybe you take your right arm out to the side. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's lower the heel down and find our twist. Left hand outside right thigh. Left hand can come behind you like it's on a diag, or you can hold on to the back of the chair. Lift tall, breathe in and breathe out. Breath is in and breath is out. Returning to center. Now we're going to take the leg outwards, drawing a circle. A quarter of a circle, then bring it back in. How many of you did geometry and loved it? So quarter of a circle and out and in, and then bring it out. Good. Now, as you push the left heel down, maybe take your hand to the underside of the hamstrings. You can do front or back here. Press it down and pull it in. Notice how the whole body you might feel your hips contracting, your belly's drawing inward. Exhale, release. Inhale, push down, pull in, release. Point the toes away from you and towards you. Breath is in, breath is out. Bring your palms outwards, open it up, spread your fingers, maybe take the hand slightly behind you, but notice if you start to feel any tensing here. If you do, take it a little bit more forward. Clap, open, clap, open it up. Make it really loud. If anybody's sleeping in your house, wake them up with a clap. And clap it, then open it one more time. Then interlace, pinky ring middle, pointer fingers are out. Notice what thumb went on top and switch it up. So whatever it was, switch it up. Good. Let's draw that oval, moving towards the left, upwards, maybe following it with your gaze, out towards the right. Circle it around, maybe reverse the circle. Notice how you feel this in your back. This isn't just our movement. As we reach long, feel it. Keep pressing down through that heel. See, we can't, in yoga, we do a movement, but we attune to the whole body. Good, circling it around. You can't do it wrong as long as you feel safe. And then, because we're listening to our bodies, they give us the message. And then bring the palms back to center and take your arms out to the side. Tip your fingers in towards your head and drop your elbow down. Now, we don't want the elbow to just hang on down, right? We want to engage the core, especially on the left side. So there's going to be more space in between our thigh and the side of our body and our torso. Lean slightly back into your fingertips. Maybe you release one arm, maybe you release both. This is a little harder. You just certainly don't have to do that. Breathe in, breathe out, press down through the left heel, pull it on in, Lift your arms upwards. Exhale, hands at the heart. And let's drag this heel back inwards. All right. Well, it is going to be July 4th, which is the big holiday. So I figure we got to do number 4 pose. There's many variations. You can have your foot at your ankle. So right foot or heel is at ankle. You might use the blocks and place your foot up on the block, something like this, or ankle over thigh. You know, people say how tight their hips get, and they do because we're sitting so much in our culture, in our lives. So it's very helpful to open up the hips. Happy hips. You might have one hand on your foot and one on your knee. Start to lean forward. Feel the weight come forward in your left foot. Try to keep the spine nice and long rather than rounded. Draw your shoulders up to your ears and then roll them back. So once again, you feel your shoulders on your back. Take a breath in and a breath out. Maybe you lengthen one or both arms forward, then swim them out to the side and do that a few times. Forward, outward, maybe backward. Feel your shoulders. I can even hear a little bit of crunching going on in there. Good. And then bring your hands either to your knee and foot or bring your elbows forward so they're not pushing into the shin, but they're forward of the shin. This may be accessible, it may not be. If your foot is down like this, you're going to hold onto your thighs like so. But try to keep your spine long rather than rounded. And then if your elbows are forward of the shin, push the elbows into the shin and your shin into your elbows. Press down firmly through the left foot. We're going to rise up and we're going to lengthen the left leg forward. You might hold on to the side of the chair. Exhale, lower that leg down, and we'll do the other side. So either variation, you might have had a hip replacement, so this hip may be different. Be where you're at. Be where you're at for your nice, happy hips. Lean forward. No, this is freedom for the hips, right? We give them a little bit of stretching, and then they're a little bit happier. So you might be something like this, or you might have ankle over thigh. Lean forward. Notice where you start to feel the stretch in the outside of the hip or the inside of the thigh. Breath is in and breath is out. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Push down through your right foot. Rise up. Take your arms out to the side. Awesome. Bring the palms together. Reach forward. Elbows out to the side. Reaching forward till you feel the sensation. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull the palms in, lean forward. Good. One more. Reach up. Exhale, lower it down. Come back to neutral, release the leg. If you have a block near you, keep it so we can do our chair pose. So you can have another chair in front of you for safety. That way you can hold on to the chair. You always want your chairs on something that's not going to glide, right? We don't need the chairs slipping away. Now you can see that I got the wall here for safety. I'll show you. You could be facing the wall like this and just know that you'd have the wall. Oh, I'm on a strap there. So it could be something like this. You could pretend the wall is a chair, but the idea is that there's something there for safety. And then we're going to rock forward and back. If you feel safe, you may not have a chair or a wall in front of you. Hug your block as you possibly roll up. Roll up, press down. It's not really a roll up. Don't ask me why I said that. And then slowly lower down. Like take your hands to your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open it, the arms forward. Take your sit bones backwards. Maybe go back a little bit more. Angle the sit bones down. So you're going to curl them downward. Maybe you take your hands to your thighs and gaze in towards your navel. Hug your block. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hug your block. At any point, you might lower down and say, this is enough. Lower on down. Come on down. See how you feel. I'm going to turn this forward so you can see me. We're going to do a little variation here where we're going to go from goddess pose to chair pose a few times. You can either keep the block in or take it away for, well, you would keep it in for chair, but you'd move it away for opening your pose up. So here we are. We're going to rock forward and back, and you might have that chair in front of you. You lift on up. Exhale, lower down. Open your legs wide. Take your time. You might do one leg at a time. Inhale, heels rise up. Exhale, lower them. Bring the feet back in. Here we go again. So it's a little bit of repetition. And notice how what's happening when we're hugging that block or our knees are forward, you're imagining you're hugging your legs towards each other, but we open it up and it's the opposite movement. So here we go. We're going to inhale, reach forward, sit bones back. Your hands can always be on that chair in front of you. Exhale, lower down, open your legs. Good. Lift your heels. Exhale, lower them down. Take your right shoulder forward. Inhale, open it up. Bring it forward. Inhale, open it up. So you're rolling it up and back. One more time. Forward. Inhale, open it up and back. You guys are awesome. Bring your legs together. We're going to rock it forward and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. We lift up. Feel the weight. It transfers to your heels. You can take your sit bones back. Your arms forward. You might lower your torso a little bit. And you might lift it up a little bit. Notice how it's a might, because this is an option. Exhale, lower on down. Open the legs. Yes. Now we're going to take the left shoulder. We're going to roll it forward towards the right side or right corner of your room. Then inhale, take the shoulder up to your ear and roll it back. Hi, kitty. And then roll it forward. And then roll it back. I love seeing Mary's big kitty. Kitty loves the yoga. Circle it up and forward. Roll it towards your ears and back. You got it. Bring your legs back together. So now we're going to move to a few standing poses and our wonderful Wednesday routine. And just because I have the wall here today, I want to show you how wall dog at the wall and at the chair. So you guys know it, that are regulars here. Anybody new may not have seen wall dog standing. So for wall dog standing, usually we use a chair because I don't know that all of you are near a wall. So I teach it like you don't have a wall, but if you have a wall, go for it. It's really nice. So here's wall dog with a chair. We walk back. You're making an L with your body. Your hands can be on the seat of the chair, or you might use the back of the chair. Some of you, you're going to have to play with this and see which is best for you. Some of it's our height. If you're taller, you might like the back of the chair more. So it would be the same thing for wall dog. Now, I'm going to show you with the wall. I have to tell you that it is my favorite. So we can start with our hands about shoulder height, pressing into the wall, and then we walk it back. And notice how the hands are higher than my shoulders. I'm pushing my palms into the wall, sit bones are back, and I'm going to angle the sit bones down to my heels. The hands can come down as long as the shoulder blades are on the back. If the arms are too low, my spine's going to round. So we want to keep those hands up. I highly encourage you, even if you're not doing it with me now, I'm going to walk back in towards the wall, come on out of it, to use a wall and see how it differs for you. It assimilates like when you're in down dog, because this is a variation of the down dog pose. All right, so we're in our wall dogs. Whether you're using a chair or the wall, and then take a few breaths here. Breathe in and breathe out. And you might widen your stance if that feels better for your balance. Let's bend the knees, angle the sit bones up and back. Then slowly straighten the legs. Exhale, bending the knees, angling the sit bones up, slowly straightening the legs. Bending, lifting sitting bones, slowly straightening. This is very helpful for getting a little bit of stretch in the lower back, lengthening through the back of the legs, and then inhale, walk in towards your chair or the wall. Little break for you. Little break. We're going to open up now into warrior two, right side. So you can keep the chair either in front of you. You can have a wall back behind you. You can have a chair to the side of you. We're going to open it up and take a nice wide stance. Wide for you. You still want your safety. And I'll show you a little trick. If I have the wall here, you can push your heel into the wall, and that gives you even more balance. I really should do a wall class. A wall pop-up. A wall pop-up. Now we're going to bend the knee over the heel. You can keep one hand or both hands on chairs. You actually could have two chairs, right? Or you could have a wall and a chair. Let's straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend it. So it's over the heel. Inhale, open it. Warrior two is a hip opener. The legs are opening up wide. Exhale, bend the knee. Good. You might lift one arm. You might lift both. Breathe in. Maybe deepen the stance a little more by lowering the right hip down. Gaze over your front fingertips. Feel your active legs. They're pressing, the feet are pressing down. You can pull your heels isometrically towards you and then push down so much through the right heel that you feel the right leg lifting, straightening. That's it. Let's do that again. Exhale, bend. Push the foot down. Feel both heels isometrically pushing towards each other. Pull the right heel in so much you feel that right leg straightening. You got it. Turn all 10 toes forward and bring your feet towards each other. Take your time. Take your time. Returning to mountain pose. Mountain pose is our foundation pose. It is our centering pose. Feel your feet pressing down evenly into the mat. Notice if one leg feels lighter than the other. You can kind of even up that a little bit by rooting down from your hips, down through your legs, ankles, and feet. Let's open up for warrior two. So you guys are going to use your setup with your chair, your wall. Going to go wide and turn the left toes out. And then lift up and out of your waist. Grow tall. Feel your strong legs. So when I say that, I mean you're contracting the muscles on your bones. Then we're gonna shift our left knee forward over the heel, press down, rise up. Shift forward. You can always go a little bit deeper if it's okay for you. If it's too deep, then lift it back up. Don't go quite so deep down. Lowering the hip. You can always adjust your chair, the hips, just feel safe. That's the first and foremost priority. Maybe you dip the left hip down a little bit more. I like to say, imagine that elephant on your thigh. You're angling your hip down. Breathe in. Imagine you're pulling your left heel towards your right heel and your right heel towards your left heel. So they're pulling towards each other. Breathe in and breathe out. Breath is in and breath is out. Feel the freedom of a warrior. It's a strong stance, right? You come from a position of strength, but then another principle is softening. Let's pull the heel as we straighten the leg, all 10 toes forward. Slowly bring your feet back together. Back into mountain pose. Maybe you kind of alternate bending one knee and then the other. We're going to play a little bit now with back bending. And if you need to take a seat, you take it. If you need a break, take it. This class is structured, so we have about a half hour of in the chair, and then we have about 20 minutes or so of standing, and then we wind it down. So feet are forward in our mountain. We're going to lift tall. So draw your shoulders up and back. And then bring the shoulders forward, lift them up. Now pull them back and notice that that's too much. Squeeze them back. That's too much. Lower them down, bring them forward, up, and then find that spot that's just right where you feel your shoulder blades on your back. We're going to lift the right arm forward and upwards towards the sky. Holding on to the chair or the wall, lift tall. Maybe you take your hand behind your head, an elbow might move forward. Then the back bend is going to come from our upper body. So imagine you're lifting your chest, your heart up to the sky, push down through your feet, push down through your hips. Maybe you gaze upward, but you want to stay safe, right? No falling back. So it's just a little bit upward movement. You're lifting the heart. The heart is what's opening. Then move back to straight up. Let's do that one more time. Lift the heart. It's all about the heart lifting. You can have both hands on the chair, by the way. Lift your heart. Tone your belly and angle your sit bones down towards your heels. Inhale, lift the head back up and the heart back up. Let's try the other arm. So we're going to press down through our feet. Now, if you're feeling any back pain, it can be very helpful to hug a block, especially in a back bend. So you can hug the block while you're in this pose. We hug our inner thighs into the block. Now this is sit bones back, and we don't want that in a back bend. We want the sit bones downward towards the earth. Then the left arm moves forward and upwards towards the sky. You may bend your elbow and place your hands behind your head like we did earlier. Lift your collarbone in the center of your heart upwards. Maybe you got one or both hands on the chair as you find this little back bend. Hug the block as the heart lifts. Breathe in, breathe out, bring the head back upright. Notice how the heart is rising, the head is not dropping back, and you feel an opening across your chest. So when you breathe, you have more space to breathe. Back bends can bring a little bit of heat in your body. I'm feeling a little heat in here. I wonder if it's all those lights in this room. It could be, because I don't get hot easily. All right, so now we're going to do one more, and you get your choices. You can have your hands on the chair, your hands behind your head, one or both, shoulders up and back, find your back bend. You also can take your hands to your, one hand to your thigh or both hands to your thigh, but probably one is best. And you're pushing your thigh in your hand and your hand in your thigh as you lift your heart. And then come back upright. Make sure you're breathing. It's really, really a tendency. A lot of people hold their breath when they're doing back bends. I don't know what it is, but we have this, it's like maybe there's a little bit of fear. Maybe there's a little fear. Let's do a wall dog again, because that's always a nice place to go for a symmetric. You can keep the block in or take it away as you walk your feet back, your hips move back. And let's do a purposeful cat pose here. So round your spine, gaze into your belly. And then inhale forward. It's like you're making a hammock with your spine, so your sit bones rise. Your shoulder blades come together and your head slightly rises. Then exhale, we round like the cat. And then we swirl up with the sitting bones and the heart. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Inhale, heart rises, sit bones rise. Good, tone your belly and walk back in. Perhaps remove that block if it was there and come back to mountain pose. Let's play with tree pose for our balancing, standing balancing, as if all this wasn't enough, right? So we did do an opening with number 4 pose, makes it a little bit easier. And so you can bring your, we're going to stand on the left leg and bring the right foot to the heel, the inner shin. Some of you might be able to pick that leg up and bring it up like so. You can hold on to the wall. You can have your back to the wall if you're near a wall. You want to make sure you're holding on to something for support wherever you're at. Leg is pushing into foot and foot is pressing into leg. And then find a spot in front of you to stare at that's not moving. Feel your hips toning and your active muscles on your legs. You might bring one hand up or both, but you might shift and do one arm down and one arm up and just alternate. This is a playful move. I want you to imagine with your mind's eye that you're lifting your left heel upwards, coming up onto your tippy toes. That's not easy, but I want you to imagine that's happening. So you get this inner lift. You're using your strength. And then release it, let it go, and maybe shift the hips around, make circles one way, and then the other. Yup. Happy open hips for our wonderful Wednesday. And now we're going to do the other side. So you can always, if you have a wall, you can face the wall. That's a nice place to be. It actually will shift. It's a fun thing to do, is to face away from the wall and practice tree pose and face the wall. It shifts it up. It really does. All right, so now we're going to transfer the weight to the right foot, and left foot goes into ankle or shin, or maybe inner thigh. If you got really open hips and your balance is feeling really, really, like you got it this morning, you might do that. You want to go where you're at. Where's your baseline? Some people put their foot on a block or two. Some people put their foot up on a chair. So there's so many variations. Right, then play. One arm might come up. You might have your arms down and do that Yana Mudra where we press fingertips in towards each other, thumb and pointer finger in. You might take one out to the side or upwards. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice any wobbling. And then imagine that you're lifting your right heel. You could try it. It's not easy. And then lower it down. That's just, it's a way of finding this inner lift of activating your muscles. Imagining is part of the process. The brain thinks it's happening. Exhale, lower down. You're tricking your brain. All right, let's let that go. We're going to take our feet wide. Pull your heels away from each other. Pull your heels away from each other. And then you're going to take your hand, one or both hands to your hips. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see, because I think you can see now with this setup here. So we're going to take the elbow in. We're going to lean forward. Maybe one hand is on the chair or both hands are at your hip. You're going to pull your elbows towards each other, gaze forward and down, and push down through your feet and rise up. You got it. We'll do it one more time. Press the hips back. Imagine you're pulling your heels away from each other. Nice straight spine. Hips back, crown and head forward. Push down through your feet. Slowly rise up. Walk your feet towards each other. Let's have a seat. And make sure we've got the back of the legs nice and open. See now, we're going to maybe use a strap, or you can use your hands underneath your thigh. So you might put the tie around your foot if you have one. Lift the knee up towards you, and then we're going to press the heel away. So you can have another chair in front of you, one of my preferences, or you can rest your legs on several blocks or a table in front of you, or the leg is just lifting without the support. Generally, when we have a little support, you're going to feel the stretch a little more. Draw your shoulders up and back. We don't want to take stress into the neck or the shoulders. Pushing the heel away. Take a few breaths here. Now notice if your hands are tensing up. I like to hug my elbows into the side. Try to release your grip if your hands are stressing out. Now we're going to turn the toes and the knee outward. So they go together. Maybe you spread your toes. Feel the difference when you spread your toes. Inhale, toes back upright. Exhale, turn the toes and the kneecap outward. Tall. Inhale, back up. Now, hold the tie in one hand and pull the knee in towards you. This is a little hip opener too, right? And then press it away. Not easy, not easy. So you might just do it once. You might not, the leg may be down and you're just pulling it in a little bit. So it's like lifting weights, because these legs, they're the heaviest parts of our body. And then release that, let it go. We'll do the other side. Move those blocks there. So hands either interlaced underneath thigh, press the heel away, stay tall. Maybe bend it in again. When we bend it and straighten it, we're telling the body this is kind of where we want to go, but you take your time to get there. Then we're going to turn the toes outward and the kneecap out. Inhale it back up. Exhale it out to the side. Inhale, toes back up. Go ahead, pull the knee in towards you. Maybe you pull it a little bit towards your side. Notice how it feels. You can use both hands if it feels okay to you to hold with both hands, go for it. Pull that knee in towards you like so. Maybe it's a little bit lower like so. Maybe it's a little bit higher. Then lower it down. Yes, you got it. Let's move the blocks out over here. One last pose, the butterfly. Well, before we rest, right? So press your heels in towards each other, toes down. Let's find a twist. Let's take our arms into kind of a cactus. The elbows are up, the forearms are parallel with the earth. Twist towards your right. Come to center, twist towards your left. Come to center. Lower the heels down and turn the toes. Let's get a stretch. I don't know, I said last pose, so just go ahead and circle your toes around. We're almost there, just circle them around. It's nice to just stretch out both. And then pull the heels back in. So our final pose is Shavasana. And you can stay in this pose as long as you want. You want to make yourself comfortable. That might mean you put your feet up on a second chair or blocks or a table and you relax. You might cover yourself with a blanket, although it is summertime in the States, but depending upon where you're at and how the temperature of your house. But you want to feel comfortable in a Shavasana, a resting pose. You can let your feet kind of flap open. If they're on the earth, feel the weight of the legs on the earth. Let your palms face upward in your lap. And bring your mind's eye to your breath in your body. And feel the sensation in your body. Remembering perhaps when we began and we just mentioned freedom and what it would feel like in the body. And now notice how your body feels after our practice. What does freedom in the body feel now? We are in the confines of our body in this life. We do have control to stretch it and strengthen it and take care of it. And that's why we do this practice. Notice the impact of your practice and how it feels in your body as you soften. Notice any areas that need letting go at this moment. Bring your mind's eye to those areas. This is a soft breath and a resting relaxation pose. We're not trying to control anything or be anywhere, but exactly just how we are now. Breathing in and breathing out, and in and out. Feeling freedom in the body as the energy and the vibration travel through you, through your legs, your torso, your arms, your neck, and your head. Feeling the whole body, breathing as a whole. And you choose to stay as long as you want in this resting pose. We'll bring our palms together in front of our heart as we bow in with gratitude. Gratitude for this community. We all come together from near and far. I see one of our yoga buddies from Portugal. Very exciting. Not that I'm not excited about all of us, right? Near and far, but it is pretty exciting. Feel the lift of your heart on the inhale. And the softening back down on the exhale. Breathing in and out through the nose. Namaste, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday and happy hips. I'm here for any questions or comments that you have. Let me know how the lighting and the view was for you. And